So I'm here with Zach and Ray and David, the medalists for the first train to hunt competition east of the Mississippi here in Braden, Pennsylvania. Baden, right?
Baden.
Yeah, we'll get it right in the magazine. All right, so real quick, just from left to right, can you tell me your full name and where you're from?
Left to right, my left.
You're my left, so you.
Zach Smith from Boyertown, Pennsylvania.
Ray Bickel from Vassar, Michigan.
Dave Celano from Wildwood, Florida.
Awesome. So all over the country. So you guys obviously won the gold. Real quick, we'll start with Ray. Ray, what was the most important thing to winning today?
Shooting. You really have to focus on your shooting.
You can't outrun the shooting. You have to shoot. There was a guy that we ran with today, and he won the meat pack, and almost, I think he won.
Yeah, he beat me at the end by a second.
In the running on the challenge course, but just the shooting is really the most important portion of this.
And speaking of shooting on the 3 yesterday, Zach, you had the top score, right? Or just about the top score overall?
Yeah, top score in the whole event. So shooting was key. Being able to tell some distances.
Yeah, telling
And
distances.
it's the only reason I have this around my neck is because of my shooting. So
Shot really well.
So the course here today was challenging. It was really realistic. How do you see this competition relating to your experience hunting? Anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I've been out west. I've been in Canada on the west coast, and to prepare for those hunts, I used the train to hunt training program on a lot of that. And without that training, a lot of those hunts probably would have been unsuccessful. The shooting, obviously very important, shooting under pressure, shooting with a high heart rate. It's very realistic. Even from tree stand to, going out west and shooting long distance.
I have to agree with that. Hunting from a tree stand, you're shaking, you got that buck of a lifetime down there, and you can't hold still or hold for 30 seconds. It's going to make or break you. It's going to be tough.
It's very realistic. Very realistic.
So with the different challenges, today was probably, a lot of people were saying, I kind of think it too, it was even harder than the meat pack. Because it combined that shooting, how does the shooting today compare to when you normally practice shooting? How does that differ, and how does that relate to your hunting?
I'm not doing 15 burpees.
I'm definitely not moving as much.
I think it's important to train both. I mean, to train, obviously, your
Under pressure.
Your yardage guessing, or whatever you want to call it, your yardage judgment. But I think you need to incorporate, for your form, because as I was training for this, I'm getting so caught up in this 30-second hold, the 10-second getting the second shot off, the 5-second. I started punching my triggers. So I think you need to find the happy medium of still maintaining your form, pulling through your shot.
I'll be consistent.
To be consistent, but you also definitely need to train under stress. So, go run your quarter mile, do your 15, 20 burpees, whatever, and then pull a shot off. And I think that's really key to the challenge.
Learned a lot just doing this. Definitely going to change the way of training, and what I'm going to do is
even walking
elevate that heart rate.
Michigan's pretty flat, and I mean, walking out, hanging stands and stuff, it's a
compared
workout.
to
But then you come and do this, it's like I don't have to climb this hill or anything. It sucks.
Use my
It's hard work.
I'd like to meet pack with my four-wheeler or my Ranger today.
This coming from a guy that trains with a 15,000 altitude mask on?
I was training with that elevation mask at 15,000 feet, doing a 120-pound pack. And doing it for time, and I was getting in the 19s thinking, okay, that's okay. And then I do another mile with no elevation mask with 100 pounds. I was getting 16, so I was like, that's pretty good. But I don't have hills. I mean, there is hills, but there's not.
All three of us face that issue.
Yeah.
We're flatlanders, so
it just goes to show you, hard work pays off, man.
You gotta push it. You gotta dig deep.
You gotta want it.
Shoot well and climb hills.
Yeah.
That's what I got from here.
So,
shoot well, climb hills.
So let's go to kind of the bigger picture. The hunter-athlete movement kind of in general. Do you see this is where the kind of hunting industry is going, where hunters are going? With guys kind of our generation, their 20s and 30s, how does that appeal to them? I mean, just talk about that. Just, is this something that's a flash in the pan, or do you think this is where things are going?
I think everybody's going to have their opinion on it. Some people don't like working out, and that's fine. I think it's going to help. I honestly do. Being under pressure, getting your heart rate up. I mean, you get in a tree stand, just climb to the top of your tree stand, and then you have this buck of a lifetime walking. a minute later, you're out of breath. Pull your bow back. Now you got to hold it back for 30 seconds. It's not a lot of people I don't think can do it.
I agree, and I think it's gonna progress. I don't think this is a flash in the pan. I mean, we're sort of in this CrossFit mentality. I mean, we see it all over ESPN, ESPN2, whatever. And I think that as we try and move hunting and the image of hunting, I think this is the way that it needs to go. You know, a lot of antis, whatever. You don't have to hunt. I understand that, but I think that they just picture the old image of people, you know, drinking, cracking a bunch of beers, cruising around their truck and shooting out of the truck. And really, it's probably had a bad image on hunting. It has had a bad image on hunting, and I think a lot of that's going to change as we're going. You know, some people you can't turn, but you know, I think that's the way it's really going to go.
All right. Any final thoughts?
That is,
How's this going to help you in Michigan for our Michigan readers?
I just like to throw in there too, like nutrition. Like if you don't keep an eye on nutrition, that's going to be huge too.
So
I mean,
pizza wasn't good last night.
I carb loaded like crazy Saturday. I ate a whole pizza almost by myself, just in bed. So I'm not going to judge. Your body needs food. After a big event like this, how many calories you get? I don't know.
Just in stress alone. Not even the actual.
I mean, you're under
lifting,
pressure.
just the stress. Yeah, the pressure. It was stressful because coming on the East Coast now, I've never done anything like this. You guys either.
No.
So it's been a big change. It's been a lot of fun though.
And joining us is the gold medalist in the traditional category, Derek Tex Grebner. Derek, what do you got to say about this? You interviewed me. Now I'm interviewing you. What do you think about this?
Humbling. You cannot be over prepared for it because there's no comparison to anything else that you will ever do.
You don't know what you're walking into.
Yeah, you do not know.
Well, we do
You're
now.
going to Afghanistan, no weapon. Good luck. That's how it is.
And so truthfully, like, it's a very humbling experience, but it's worth it. And it is, I will confess to you that it is intimidating, but all you've got to do is make up your mind that you're going to do it and not quit.
I think looking at you guys, looking at other competitors, we're all in shape, but it's 90% mental. You get to that point, you get halfway, you're looking at the ground going,
your mind's
no,
telling you
I'm
no,
not
but
making this. I'm not making it. And
Pain
you
cave.
just got to
You're in the
push
pain
through.
cave.
And everything with me especially, it was really just mental. I mean, I thought I could do it physically, but you got in there and you just had to.
It's a lot of right foot, left foot.
Yeah, one
right
step
foot.
at a time. You're gonna get there at the end.
You all are in shape. I'm just here. I don't know.
Hey, you've come a long way,
Been a
man.
big transformation.
Yep.
you have to that's one thing, like if you make a bad shot, you know you made a bad shot, you have to forget about that. You have to be able to forget about the bad things. Like on the meat pack for me, I know Jerry passed me and I was like, I gotta keep going and I gotta get over the fact that I'm in second. That's fine, but I wanted to keep my pace, and you can't have a bad shot or a bad day and then keep thinking about it. You just gotta forget and go. And I think that's the biggest part of mental challenge. I don't know.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Got to say right now, looking at you four standing up there, I totally have cam envy. But